I'm working on the story of Andre Roland. This story is really significant to me. I moved to Columbia, Missouri in 1987, and years later, I did hear of Andre's story. It was in 2004 when I met my now husband, Christian, which is Andre's little brother. When we met and he told me his story, and when I realized that his brother was Andre, it just overwhelmed me with emotions that I can't even explain and describe. I've been on a journey. I've been on a mission ever since the day that Christian told me the story, to help in any which way that I possibly can, to uncover anything possible to help with this case. I've researched the case, and in the Jet magazine, you can find the famous article on Andre's death. Other than that, I've went to the historical library in Columbia, Missouri, and that's where I found just numerous articles written on the story. It became an obsession to me. I can't even explain, but it did. Reading the articles, listening to my husband, give the account of that day and the days leading up to the event, and just hearing of what type of person Andre was, not only from my husband and his family, but just his friends, people that went to school with him, people that knew him very well. It just really has played on me, and I'm just doing all that I can to help, to assist the family, to do the right thing, to try to figure out what really happened. To me, in my opinion, from the gate early on, the case was swept under the rug. The investigators, they didn't want to really look too far into it. It's plain to see, from reading the articles and just, some of the basic facts from the case, that the investigators literally didn't do what they could have, didn't put all the time and effort into really getting down to the bottom of the case to verify and to confirm if it was an actual suicide or homicide. They did not feel like there was foul play involved, but there's so many unanswered questions. There's so much evidence saying otherwise, that it is at least a big mystery. And, they have even had to acknowledge and apologize for the fact that they basically blew the case. From the beginning of me learning so much about this case, I have reached out. From the time that I lived in Missouri, I reached out to news reporters, the actual Tribune. As late as last year, I've reached out through social media sites, through the actual news stations, to reporters. And I have yet to ever receive a response. My husband has reached out as well. And it's just awful strange that there is no one willing to even respond to say, hey, I got your email, your message. Nothing at all. So what I figure by now is that no one really wants to cover this story. No one is willing, in my opinion, to put forth the effort to even look into it at all. It was ruled a suicide, and that's that. So that's why I'm working hard and trying to do all that I can. I just believe that there are people out there that have valuable information. Nothing's too small, and I just feel that someone holds the key. There is someone out there that knows so much more. This is a mystery. The puzzle pieces have been laid out, and there's just one last piece that's missing. It's actually been 30 years this year, March 24th. And it's just 30 years too long, way too long. Andre's family, friends, the community has been hurting behind this, and I just know, just deep down in my heart, that someone is out there that can help solve this case. They have all the answers that's needed, and I'm just praying that with us giving this case light, bringing it back to the attention of our community and the world, that someone will reach out and they will give insight and knowledge that they have, and that the truth will come out.